Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. How is it going? Hope you all have had a great day. As you can see, today sadly is a red day recap. I'm not too fussed about today's red day recap. I don't think I made many mistakes here. I did have an issue with TradeZero actually, which I'll speak about in a second. But yeah, sadly we're down 36.05 on the day, and I probably would have been up today or break even if I didn't have if I had everything set up. So let's get into today's video, and as always, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. So today, yeah, basically around half hour before the market, I always do my pre-market watch list. I'm looking at the stocks that are gapping up, getting an idea of how I'm going to trade them particular stocks. But one thing I don't do is load up this platform, and as you see, this platform's slightly different today. So about 10 minutes before the market opened, once I had all my game plan set up, I load up TradeZero and I get an update saying, you have to download the new version. I can't use this my previous one, so that really sucks. And now I'm rushing around 10 minutes before the market's opening, trying to download this software. I download the software pretty quickly, and I have to set up everything because all this, even the layout was actually correct, but all these tabs here were not shown correctly, and I didn't do them till after. So what I quickly done was I checked my hotkeys, and I actually had these 4 hotkeys here, which is basically my cancel orders: buy 100 shares, sell 100 shares, sell 100% on the ask or the bid. So they're my hotkeys basically. I will talk in a different video about setting up hotkeys, and I normally have more hotkeys than that. So I thought, actually, okay, I've got my main thing set up, I've got my hotkeys, I'll be good to go for now, and I can set up the rest later. Little did I know that my hotkeys weren't set up correctly, even though they were showing here. I had to go in. You have to go further into it, and I saw it actually wasn't showing what type of order it was. I can't remember exactly, but this was showing as no change, and then it was showing like that basically. The one cancelled. Yeah, so they just basically weren't shown. So really annoying. So there was pretty much there was 2 stocks we were looking at out the gates, SPI and OSS, but mainly everyone was watching SPI because it made this absolutely crazy move pre-market from, basically, if you see here, pre-market around let's say even here, the $3 area, all the way up to $7. So absolutely crazy move. So I think everyone was keeping an eye on this. I had 2 plans for this out the open, and they're always the same 2 plans. I'm always looking for, where's the pre-market high? Where can I get in over that? Is that going to be a reasonable entry? Is it overextended? How's the chart looking, and their sort of things. And then I'm also looking at sort of where's the is that the only one? I want another one. Why is it not doing that? Let's do this. Sorry guys, let's do this. So here, so let's show you here. So the pre-market high here is now at basically 715. Let's show it there, 715, and we've got the low of here of 652 of this sort of just before the open. So that's kind of the 2 things I'm looking at. Definitely my first plan was my plan's always, can I long it? And in this example, yes, because what I'm seeing here is we've got the high of 715, we're getting some consolidation, just below this $7 mark. So my plan is basically to see if this starts to gain some if volume starts to come in, if I start to see green, I'm going to look to buy for the $7 break of $7, and then I'm confident we'll get a move up to 715. That's exactly what happened. So I'm there, I'm waiting, I see the green coming in, I see $7 is about to get broken, so I press F1 to buy, and of course my hotkeys aren't set up, so I didn't get filled. No order was going through, and then in the moment I'm like, what's going on here? I realised obviously my hotkeys aren't set up, so I missed out on basically at the high of 730. I missed out on a 30-cent move. Really disappointing. Definitely a green trade out of the gates. Would have gave me a nice cushion, bit of confidence. Yeah, sadly it weren't meant to be. So then what happens on the next candle? We've got the high of basically 716 here, and it flushes all the way down. It actually stalls, and I get in around 660 basically. So you see here, here we go. Getting at 660 exactly, 100 shares, and I had to basically do this all with my mouse. Had to quickly go market order, buy. So it's not as quick as just pressing one button. So I probably didn't get the best feel. I got in at 660. So why am I getting in here? Well, it's just made a 60-cent drop basically. So really nice washout. We're just looking for the pot back up maybe to that 75 or whole dollar or 70. And if you see here, I had this line already marked out, so it touched the full body there, the main body of the bottom there. It touched this candle and basically this candle. So, and it's also around the 650, so $half mark. So just given that, really liking sort of that entry. So I'm actually happy with the entry. I know hindsight's always 20/20, but if this could have easily then popped back up to 7, I'd be like, why didn't I buy this? You know, I had all the indications. It even touched my line that I had set up pre-market. So no reason really not to take that trade. The question is, should I have sold once it broke 650? Probably yes. Definitely yes. You should sell. If it breaks your support line, you should definitely be selling. I don't think I sold in this instance because of the main reason I didn't have my hotkey. Because I didn't have the hotkey, even though I could have quickly sold, I don't think I was quick enough, and I think it flushed past me. So once it flushed down to here, I actually added to my positions. It's the only time I will add. Averaging down is generally not a good idea, especially if you look into long. But when we've got this one washout and it's continued to wash out another 40 cents, it's basically, it was almost made a whole $1 wash. So we're definitely going to get some sort of pop. And we got a little pop. If you see here, the bottom of this candle was 6 bases. I think it was 614, and the high of this candle was 39. I should have just been quicker to sell. Once again, if I had hotkeys, I think I would have got better entries, better exits, but sadly not quick enough. There was a point I was almost break even. If you look at my aggregate now, and that's the other thing, because all this was different, it's not what you see here on this one. It's got the shares in, the price, the average price, the position, etc. I didn't have that. I actually didn't even know what my price was. I had to use this, had to scroll all the way through, because if you go to preferences, you can add all these different ones, and these are all down here. So this is pretty much all I have to keep it simple. But you can add all these different options there. So I didn't even know what my average price was. So it probably in hindsight, because I wasn't set up correctly, even though I thought I was, I just probably shouldn't have traded. You've got to have your platform set up. So it's another lesson learned. A pretty stupid mistake, really, and it's definitely cost me again today. So yeah, so I'm not overly fussed about this trade. We sadly just didn't get the bigger bounce as I thought. I should have. When this happens, when you buy the washout and you don't get the pop on the first go, because that was a good entry, I think. 60-cent drop, $half, previous support, etc., etc. When it washes out again and we average down, we then should only be looking to basically the trade's gone against us now. We're looking to get out for break even. So when this popped up to basically 640. I actually did see it. I think I saw it around the 35 mark. I should have just sold it. You know, yes, we're down 7 cents, but that's only on 200 shares. That's $14. That's not a lot. But you see, I just held longer, and I didn't sell to the 25 here. And I think I put my stop. I think what happened was once it popped and it sort of hung around the 30, and I see it starting to go down, I just sold it instantly. So I definitely should have been quicker to get out for even if it's not break even, I should be getting out for a small loss as possible. If they're offering me a 5-cent loss, I should have taken it. Even if it pops up another 15 cents, yes, it sucks, but the initial trade went against me. So I think that's the main thing to take from this, is that the trade goes against you and they're offering you a smaller loss. Take it. Don't worry if you're going to get the bounce, because the original, the actual trade that you wanted to take didn't happen. So, yeah, basically, all in all, catalogue of errors of me not being prepared enough on this platform just because I had to do that update. And it cost me today, because not only I would have definitely had a winner here of 10, 15, even 20, 30 cents, it cost me on my entries and exits on this one as well. And yeah, so after you see some order history, ZVZZT is just a test stock, so I'll try and get all my hotkeys set up. You can't trade ZVZZT for whatever reason now on TradeZero. It just comes up invalid, so I couldn't test my hotkeys. So I basically just tested them buying one share of CFMS. You see here, I bought one share. I used a hotkey to test it. I sold it, and everything is working now. So that was pretty much it. There were some other stocks on watch. Solo started to make some good moves. Started to make a really good move here, as you see here, we've got the low of about basically $4, a high of 5.10, but I didn't really like this because we made this big overextension. We're getting this doji candle now, really indecision. Don't really like these doji candles. We want these thick body candles. Then we get this churning, this chopping between the top and the bottom, and then when it breaks, you see it washed out, and it washed out straight past the VWAP. There's no real support here, so even though on this instant we got a bounce, I didn't really like the idea of buying the washout here, just because, you know, it washed down to 470. That's not really a $0.50 or a whole dollar support line. It broke past the actual resistance or the support areas of the EMA and mainly the VWAP. So yeah, not really happy. Happy I didn't trade that, and as you see here, it's kind of breaking even, selling off slightly. So shorts would have had a good day today. You see SPI just out the gates, it's just dumped. Normally we get a bounce, but in fairness, if we waited and we bought off the 614, yeah, we would have got a 10, 20, 30 cent bounce, or 10, 20 cent bounce, which would have been nice. But you see here, we just didn't get a bounce, and no setup, no trade works 100%. My accuracy before was it yesterday? No, the day before, when I had my two red trades, my accuracy on the month was actually, believe it or not, 75%. So I've had 3 trades since then, so I'm probably looking around 68% or something accuracy for the month, which is still really, really good. And that's trading these sort of setups, even with them pullbacks that I've added in as well. So overall, the accuracy has been really promising. It's just the downside right now is losers are much bigger than my winners, so a lots to be learning. But as always, hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, I don't feel too bad about this trade. Definitely some things to learn from it, and this could have easily been a green day if I basically had my hotkeys set up. So anyway, enough is enough. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.